Hello everyone, my name is Christian from TradeVola, and today we want to present you a new video about our three favorite ETFs. Last time we spoke about our three best stocks for 2025. This video you can also check here, but today we want to present you three really different ETFs for different asset classes and also for, of course, different income possibilities. This and many more information I would like to present you here on the screen. But like always at the beginning, I would be happy if you subscribe to our channel, and also don't forget to comment the video if there's any question or if you have any topic for the future. Maybe you can also post here your three favorite ETFs if you have any in your portfolio. And now we want to look here at the screen. Yeah, first of all, we want to have a look here in the Interactive Broker client portal. You can see, I think, the most common or the most well-known ETF, the SPY, the ETF on the S&P 500. And I think this is, at the end, to make it easy and simple, the best way to invest in an ETF. I mean, the S&P 500 is the most important index from the US. More than 500 or approximately always around 500 stocks are listed there. Not only tech stocks from different fields, and it's at the end also the benchmark for all investors. And I think I repeat myself maybe, but most investors struggle to even have a better performance than the S&P 500. So why to make such a stress to do everyday analysis and trading if you just can invest in all the 500 stocks from the S&P 500. And I know everyone who is, not everyone, but most of you who are inside the Europe Union, they might not be able to trade the SPY. So I think I will give you an alternative, what is also tradable inside the Europe Union. For example, you can use CSPX. It's also an ETF on the S&P 500, but with the exchange in UK. It's also listed here in US dollar. That's why I think we made a video in the past, and you can see it here. It's so important to hedge your currency risk, and the easiest way is just to choose a different symbol with the SPPE, because that's already included with the currency hedge. So if the euro comparing to the US dollar changes a lot, then it can or it will affect your performance, and that's why I recommend who is consuming in euro to have this euro hedge ETF on the S&P 500. That's, I think, the most common, the easiest way. Of course, you can connect this also to saving plans. The video for the saving plans you can also check here in the corner. Again, in the end, you will have less work, less stress if you choose the right ETF. Our favorite is, of course, the S&P 500, but we want to give you also two other ETFs and maybe a website where you also can check your own ETFs. It's the website justetf.com, which you can see here. And later I will show you there's also an ETF Screener, which you can use. But now I want to present here the second ETF, what is called the Xtrackers MSCI emerging markets. The benefit is here that you're investing in emerging markets like Brazil or India. There's still a high potential of a big growing, what we don't have maybe in other markets like in the US or in Europe. And what is also always important to check the fund size, how much is already invested here in the ETF. And the good thing, if we check here just ETF, all the information is on one side. You can even download the fact sheet, but here you will see what is the second most important thing for me is also the expenses. I think with 0.18% per year, it's a good amount where you can definitely choose such ETFs with a low expense ratio, and everything else also in which currency, what we just discussed, also that the currency is unhedged. All this information you will find here. Also, where it's the domicile here, it's Ireland, so it's no issue to trade this ETF. You will have here the symbol, the ISIN, so all informations what you need, and you can also see here all other details for this ETF. And our third ETF is, I also want to show you here in justetf.com, is Vanguard FTSE All World UCITS ETF distributing. You will also see here the ticker symbol as well as the ISIN. Here we can also see the fund size, for example. And if you check here the chart, it went, especially in the last 3 years, up quite significant. Also the expense ratio quite low with 0.22%. Same here. It's also in US dollars. So for these ETFs, you need to make sure that you also have a hedge. And it's the same. It's also here listed in Ireland. So it's, no problem to trade this. What I forgot to mention in the beginning, lots of ETFs, they also have dividends. For example, what we saw at the beginning, even it's not much, the S&P 500 or the SPY has also dividends, I think 1% per year. And here you find all this information on one side, also which stocks, which percentage is listed here, how many stocks are included. That's the good thing here for the Vanguard ETF, that in total there are many stocks from the whole world included. I think it's approximately, like it's listed here, 4,000 stocks. So if you want to participate in whole world and in different countries, what you can see here, I think this is one of the best ETFs to choose. If you just want to invest in emerging markets, like I said, I would recommend the ETF here. And you can see mostly China, Taiwan, India, South Korea. These are the main countries. And also here you can see the sectors. So like I told already, with Just ETF, you have everything on one side. With the ETF Screener here, you can find your own ETFs. There's even a list where I can check, for example, what is the most expensive from the expense ratio. There we have a Bitcoin equity ETF. And you can see the last two, what I showed you, they have 0.2, 0.18. And here it's a totally different cost structure. And at the end, you can also check what is the best performance. So everything what you want to know about ETFs or how to select your ETFs, you can do this here with Just ETF. And the easiest and I think best option to also save your own time is to do this with a saving plan. Like already mentioned, you can see the video for the saving plan again here in the corner. Just choose your ETF first, set up your saving plan if you have an interactive broker account, and then at the end it's always the best to choose 2-3 ETFs, even all ETFs also investing in different stocks, but in the end you are even more diversified if you have different ETFs from different fields, from different countries. With the saving plan, I think on a long run it's the best way to invest here and to save your time. And in the end, if you are trading, just make sure that you also check your performance, what I said in the beginning, comparing to the S&P 500. And then in the end, even it's hard to make a decision if it's really worth it, or at the end it's better to just choose an index ETF where you don't need to double check every day what happens or which stock to buy and which stock to sell. So that was our 3 ETFs which we recommend. If there's any question, feel free to leave a comment. Everything else then in the next videos. This were our 3 best ETFs for our portfolio. I hope you can use this information also to invest maybe some new ETFs in your portfolio. Don't forget to mention in the comments which ETFs you prefer. And I hope to see you next time for our next video and for the next interesting topic. So don't forget to subscribe here to our channel, and good luck with your trading, and see you soon. Bye bye.